Hi guys, welcome to this exciting video series, How to Pass Prop Firms Evaluation Challenge with live example. In this video, you're going to learn basically how to boost your confidence as a trader, increase your accuracy and profitability. In this series, we are going to focus basically on how to pass a prop firm evaluation challenge. For those of you who don't know what a prop firm is all about, a prop firm is basically a proprietary trading firm that puts its own capital to work in the market. How do they do that? They do not trade on behalf of other people, but rather they recruit traders. And the most important part of this is the fact that traders, often particularly retail traders, find it difficult to raise, a huge capital for trading, and as a result, tend to get stuck trading small accounts, and they often find themselves blowing such accounts. So with the prop firm out there, you have the opportunity to trade with huge capital with little or no risk involved, ranging from $5,000 up to $100 and $1 million. They are willing to give this to you to trade for them. But before then, you have to prove that you are competent. You are a competent trader and you can manage the fund. So they basically devise a means through which to, put traders through a test. And if they're able to pass through these sales, they get funded with live trading capital, where they split, the profit up to 80% to get 50% of what you made, and take it 20, some to 50-50. So I believe by now you basically have some knowledge about profit. The goal of this series is to teach you how to pass this evaluation challenge. Many traders often get stuck and fail the process after enrolling for it. And one of the advantages you get here is that you see traders, those who teach on YouTube, show you results of how to pass this challenge. They show you the result of them passing the challenge, but you don't get to see how or the process with which they go through. So this is game changer for you. We are going to be starting live on evaluation. You see basically how I place all my trade, my losses, my profit, and how in the long run I'm able to pass it on. In any case, you'll be learning a great deal from this video. So what you want to do is to ensure you click on the subscribe button and follow the Stoopfecry FX channel so that you don't get to miss any part of this. So here are some of the reputable trading prop firm companies out there. We have the MyForexFunds, we have the FTMO, we have the 5 stars, the BLUFX, Audacity Capital. There are much more out there, but these are basically what we're going to be looking. We're going to take them one step at a time, one series time, and go through all the trading live. You're going to see all my trade, and hopefully you'll be able to go on by yourself. So without further ado, I would like to start. We'll be starting with the MyForexFund, the MyForexFund evaluation challenge, and it starts right now. Okay, so what you want to do is to check the link in the description to visit the channel, the website, or you see for yourself. Basically, after clicking the link in the description, you get here on the MyForexFund channel. You get here on the MyForexFund official website. Basically, I have enrolled for this first series, this $5,000 evaluation challenge, and what it requires is that I'm required to make minimum of 8% of this fund. There are two challenge phases. The first evaluation phase, I'm to make 8%. The second evaluation phase, I'm to make 5%. You can see What you want to do is to ensure you check the rules clearly before getting started. Daily starting drawdown, you can see you must not make a drawdown below 250. The overall drawdown is $600. If we breach any of this law, we are going to be opt out. You see, this is a refundable fee. You pay this $49. If you pass the challenge, you get refunded back. Okay, if you pass the challenge. The problem is that so many people, they blow their account away after signing up. So luckily for you, that's what this video is all about. So what you want to do is to sign up for one and get started. I have already signed up for this process. So you can just start by watching and seeing all the basic strategies that I'll be putting in place to achieve this profit target. Don't forget, the first stage is 8%. 8% of $5,000 is 8%. 8% of $5,000 is $400. So you're basically going to see how I'm going to go about it. So I have already downloaded the platform. Once you register, here's the link down on this description. You can have access to MT4 or MT5, whichever you choose. So let's just jump right into our trading environment. So guys, you can see here is the platform for my forex trading fund. So you can see the bill here is $5,000. I haven't started trading at all. So I basically registered for this just to use this as an illustration. When we are done with this, we will move on to FTMO, which has a free challenge, 5 stars, BLUFX, and Audacity Capital. So you don't want to miss this series. Overall, you're going to benefit from this trading experience. And disclaimer, I would like to say, basically what you'll be gaining from this, my teaching will be different from what you've seen out there, because I developed most of these systems from my own personal research, and I might be giving them a different kind of names. What really matters is the end, which justify the means. So without further ado, I'm going to be placing my first trade here, and I'm not placing it immediately because it's already up and the market for me has already moved. So I'm going to be setting my pending orders. I'm going to be using different tools for the sake of convenience, and so I just hope you ride along. This is a live series. Dollar Wheel. I'll be including my trading strategy. I have automated some of them in the form of simplifying them in the form of an object which will appear like the arrows, more like signals to call me when system is due. So, but then that's going to happen later during the course of this video as we make progress. So basically, I'm expecting price to start coming up from this position. Alright, to get started, basically you want to follow some steps. Since we're starting with the MyForexFunds evaluation challenge, the 5,000 funded challenge, so here are the steps we are going to do to begin. So first of all, you want to determine the trading pair you want to use. One of the advantages of being professional or being successful in trading is to be able to focus on basically limited trading pairs. Okay, professional traders who are highly successful have basically a preference, a trading pair that they focus on. So in this course, I'm just going to be focusing on one. You just choose the one you prefer. So my focus is going to be on GBP USD. I also like the Gold USD, and that's where I am basically. And you could, if you prefer the Euro USD, you can go right away. But in this course, in this trading series, we'll be focusing on GBP USD. If you like to switch, you can go ahead. But Like the switch, you can go ahead, but it will be advisable you focus on one trading pair. Okay. Next, you determine the amount you want to risk per trade. Some may decide to risk 5%, some 2%, 1%, 0.5, or 6%. In this trading series, we are going to focus on 0.5 and 6%. Initially, we'll be increasing it through the line as we make progress. We just have 1 month to get through this challenge to achieve it. And some of you, the problem the new traders have would be, okay, when am I going to achieve it with this series? But due to the money management and trading strategy we're going to be using in this course, I think it's best to start from this and we'll increase it over time. Okay, now you know the lot size we'll be starting with. The next we want to look at would be the amount of pips to target. Okay, the amount of pips target, either profit or loss. Okay, and in this course I basically would be using a dynamic method. Okay, but initially we'll be starting with 50 pips. These are all influenced by the strategy I would be using. Please be patient to see for yourself how it goes. Okay, then lastly we'll calculate the lot size or position size per trade. Okay, you have to determine all this to be able to calculate the lot size. So how do we go about calculating our lot size? To do that, you click on the link below, or you visit babypips.com. It's babypips.com, where we can calculate our position. So this is how we go about it. Currency, account currency is in USD, and forget 5,000 USD. And next, we're looking at our balance. Our balance is 5,000. Okay, percentage risk. I have determined that I was going to use 0.5, 0.6, so I'm using 0.6 because I'm targeting minimum of $30 per trade. My initial trade, the goal is to make $400 before the end of the month. So let's see how it will go. Okay. Then next, our stop loss size in pips. Now, I determined that I'm going to be using 50 pips as my stop loss, and it's still going to be my take profit. I know some people can call it 1.5 risk reward or 1:2, but this strategy, this is what I'm going to, or 1:2, but this strategy, this is what I'm going to be using because I'm going to have a backup trade to align with these moves. Okay, so just go right ahead. I'm going to be using 50 pips. In my next challenge, I will be using 20 pips. I'll be changing it. You will see that it's not necessarily the number of pips or your trading method that really matters. The secret behind your success is discipline, particularly taking one trade, focusing on not more than 1 or 2 pairs at a time, and using proper risk management. Once you get that and maintain that discipline, focusing on one currency pair and using proper risk management, following a simple strategy, you would always eventually end in profit. So if I'm trading for 20 pips, okay, and I'm risking 2 pips, I'm putting 0.6, it will still be the same value. The reason why I'm using 50 pips here is because I have calculated basically the moves on the GBP USD. Okay, you can see we have 143. The average pips movement on GBP USD is 100 pips per day. 100 pips per day. So you want to, it can be more than that. The average, I said, sometimes you get 100, but the average is 100 pips. Sometimes it can be more, sometimes it can be low. So what you want to basically do to know the amount of pips to target is to look for the average pips of the pair you are trading and target half of it. Okay? The Euro GDP average pips movement. The Euro GDP average pips movement is 40 pips per day. So if I'm trading that pair, that's my favorite pair actually. I target 25 minimum of 25 pips initially. So for this, we'll be targeting 50 pips. I have already taken profit on my live account. This is a prop challenge, like I said, and I want to show you that you can see I've already closed 40 pips for the day. Okay, for the day, and I had the opportunity to take advantage of this trade, but because of this video I'm preparing, I couldn't. So we'll be starting going forward now. I'll be documenting all my trade here, the losses. So just for those out there to learn how to be successful trading a prop firm account. So at 50 pips, now you choose the currency pair you want to trade. In our case, is GBP USD. So we calculate our position. This is what it's saying. Our standard lot is 0.06. 0.06. This is because this is standard account, and for that reason we're using 0.06. If it's a mini lot account, we'll be using 0.6. If it's macro, we'll be using 6. So now that we've gotten the lot size, let's go and fulfill the last process. You set your trade or pending order and backup trade. Alright, I may not be able to document or teach the process which I go about this, okay? I'm going to put that on a separate video, okay? For now, the focus is on how to pass it. So that's what I'll be showing you now. Now, based on my calculation, I believe the market is going to come to this level. 1.216 before going up. So this is the position I want to set my first pending order. This is an opportunity to sell right away, but then it's not standing on a strong support. So I'm going to wait for this position at this point. Okay, and to calculate my position now, what I like to do, I like trading with the C credit, but this is MP4 generally accepted, so I'm just going to use it to set my position for it to be easy for me. And I'll be looking more on the 50-minute time frame after doing my analysis from the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so guys, I'll open the C trader. This is on BLUFX. I just impute my position 1.246640. Basically, what I want to use this for, you don't need to have it. This to calculate the 50 pips easily. 1.21640. Okay, I'm setting a buy limit order. So here's what I need. I click on the take profit position. Don't forget the pips. The targeting here is 50 pips, and other one is stop loss is 50 pips. Now the estimated price. This is what I need here. That's why I came here. So I'll just copy it. Okay, I want to get the position accurately. Alternatively, you can just open your position and draw it based on using the cross. Okay, without further ado, I click on new order 0.06. We are risking 0.06%. So I'll use it. Okay, 0.06% is supposed to give us $80, not $300. Okay, 0.6% will mean risking 6% of our capital, so which is not proper. I don't encourage that kind of risk trading. So I'm setting it all over again. Copy my position. Right, so my take profit, we've already set it here. It's my best It's my best copy target. So copy and paste. Copy and paste. Then as stop loss, we go about set the stop loss at this point. Copy stop loss, we put it here. Paste. Okay. So expiration, we put expiration a week after, then we open a trade. Okay. The trade has been set again. Let's check. Okay, now this is $30 we are risking. If you see, if this position fails, to do that, we are going to click on trading order. Don't forget, our first target was 50 pips. This is all about the strategy, the money management strategy I'm putting in place. That is the reason, you know, I'm starting with the 0.5 and not with the 0.2. You know, we'll be given our target that we must not have a daily drawdown of 250. So you want to ensure all your trades possibility, even though market moves against it, you are not going to get to that level. That was what I made mistake on initially when I started trading Prop 10. So let's set a backup trade. A backup trade is going to, you know, take it from this position, the stop loss of a trade. And yes, we're going to begin. Okay, you can check it here, the 1.21140. 1.21140. So in order to get it done fast, I would like to use the seed so you can use it. In my next video, I will show you how to set it manually. You can do that. Basically, I'm sure you know how to do that. So to calculate, I'm going to include this position as my entry price. So I want this position to be here. If the market moves against me, I'm expecting a buy. If the market moves against me, this next position will pick. And I'm also using 0.06. Okay, that's the strategy. It's not my thinking strategy as some of you would think. This is something I invented, but I'm going to be increasing the lot size and the position, the pips, the number of pips target. There we go. So expiration, copy this. Right into my secret platform. Okay, let's get in a buy position. Okay. You see this level, 50 pips. So my next position will be 75 pips. Please don't get me wrong, these are random. I'm not choosing this at random. These are based on proper calculation. Been doing this analysis for over 3 years now. Okay, and I have prepared the course on it. Okay, and I have prepared the course on it. Okay, I'm just showing you the result of it. Okay, if you don't want to just watch and see the result, if it's okay, you can learn further. In the meantime, you can join my Telegram channel below, where I'll be dropping my live trade on a daily basis, so you get to learn. So back to trade. So I'm copying the profit, the take profit position. Okay, this is why I came here, so that it will be easier for me to calculate, get the right pips in targeting. That's the 75 pips, and you know that of the stop loss. I'm using 1-to-1. Okay, now you may say it's too risky. Give me my percentage of profitability. All of these are well calculated. So I'll place the second position. Guys, as you can see, the second position has been placed. When we come to the 1 hour time frame, this is the first position here, and this is the second position. So basically, basically, if this position gets hit, I expect price to bounce back where we can make our 50 pips, like $30. But if it doesn't and it comes down, the second trade will pick up as soon as the first trade lost. So this second trade, we are expecting 75 pips. Look at it basically. This is $30 from our first trade. The 75 pips will give us $45. So if the second trade wins, we'll recover our loss and make $15 more. Okay? So we'll be adjusting this position based on the signal we get and the current market movement. In our next trade, I'll be introducing you to the Stoopfecry. I'll be introducing the Stoopfecry, special advisor, which in this case you can see from my trade here, which I use as a guide that calls my attention to taking trades. Basically, I have programmed all my strategy into an object to represent and send me information when excuse me, and send me information when the market gets to the position I'm expecting. So that is what is influencing my decision here. So I've set these 2 backup positions. I usually set 3 backup positions, but then I'll just let these 2 play out. If the first one hit a stop loss, I'll come back to place the third. Okay? But now we have 2 buy limit pending order. So we are going to do the same in the uptrend. Okay? We are going to do the same in the uptrend. Okay? This is the position I'm expecting this price. Price may not get to this point. Price may not get to this point. If price does not get to this point and it moves up and get to this point, it should pick our sell limit order. So to do that, here's basically what we are going to do. We are still using 0.6. Okay? Using 0.6. This time it won't be buy limit, it will be sell limit, because we're expecting price to be triggered at a point higher than the current market level. So we're expecting a sell on this point if price gets to this position. So what is basically influencing my decision is, we'll be talking more about it later on. So let's just set our position. This is just live trading example. If decision and how I place my trade. Okay, I'm setting another limit here. You see price is about coming down. The problem some trader makes, you can see as they get this, you just jump into it. You think it's there and you see it start coming down against you. You see, just as I anticipated, the price is coming down, but aren't sure if it's gonna get to this position. Let's just see. Meanwhile, let's set our sell limit. So we get to wait and see how the position rides. Set my sell limit. I'll place the pending order. I'll place the pending order here. Now in this position, the price position is here. Now the price position is 1.22518. Then I'm setting expiration a week from now. But immediately one of these positions gets triggered. If it's the up that gets triggered, I will set the down. If it's the down, I'm going to set the up. If the down If my buy limit gets triggered, I'm going to set cancel the upward direction. I'm going to cancel my sell stop. But if my sell limit gets triggered at the top, I'll cancel the buy limit. So there's a position here, 21518. Okay. Oh, the position has already been set here, so my take profit will be 50 pips downward. So alternatively, if you don't have C trader to help you calculate your tip size, so you can just use your crosshair from this point, MT4, MT5, click the crosshair, take the position you are entering, and draw it down to calculate for 500, and draw it down to calculate for 500 points, of pips. So this is the estimation thereabout. So I'm looking at 1.22001 or 1.2200. So just put it like here, 000. Okay, sorry about that. It's still coming. So my stop loss will be 50 pips above. You want to click on higher time frame so that you can calculate it properly. Don't forget our position where we are entering from. This is it, 50 pips above with the 1.23000. Let me just put it that way. Just get it right. 3000. Okay. Click on place. Then you will adjust the position. Okay. Our first order has been placed. So you can see. So what you want to do if you are using the process, you see you check to make sure. You can see we did not get the position accurately. This is 482 pips. Okay, you just click and adjust it to make sure you get your stop loss right. All this basically will be easier using the MT5, right? Because of the trading algorithm I'm using, I'm expecting like used MT4. We'll be switching over time, okay? I accept the terms and conditions, okay? I accept the terms and conditions. You can see this is my first trade actually in this account. So one of the basic factor I'm relying on to take my position is using the feed tool. There are three significant, tools that I use. Okay, the moving average, the feed tools, and the RSI. Different positions basically. But we'll be talking more about that. So guys, as it appears now, this video is taking too long. As it appears now, it's most likely our sell position, our buy limit order is going to get picked first. So I'll just keep you abreast and keep you updated as it goes. But I'll let you know. You can see I'll be updating you every step on the way. Okay? So thank you for watching. Make sure you check my next